Well, over the next several weeks, census workers around the country will travel close to 1 million miles trying to ensure everyone is counted here in the United States. It's a daunting task that could have huge implications. Joining me now is Brett Schriever with the Census Bureau Enid-based Office. I guess my first question is, how are we doing here in Oklahoma?
We're doing pretty good. We're not quite as good as 2000. 2000 we had 69% mail-in response. This year we've had 66% mail-in response, but we do have some counties that are doing quite a bit better and some that are unfortunately doing a little bit worse.
So with a 66% mail-in response, what happens now?
Well, now we have to go door to door to catch all the ones that didn't mail it in, and that's 34% of our population. So we've got a daunting task ahead of us. In the area I'm responsible for, that's about 140,000 housing units.
Okay, so that's a whole lot of travel, I'm assuming.
Yes, it is. I would say on the average in the rural areas, people are traveling over 100 miles a day just to go door to door.
Okay, now if someone comes to your door and you've already filled out a census, what should you do?
You should basically, they're going to tell you that they need to do it again. And because it didn't get into the system, and we basically got a printout from the system at the end of April. And so we need to make sure you get counted. So what we want to do is get you counted again, then make sure you're in the system so everybody gets counted. And so we want you to fill out another form. If you get something hung on your door that gives you a phone number, you call the number and we'll set up a time to come meet you.
Okay, and from a safety perspective, there's identification that these people will have.
Right. The census workers, the enumerators will show up at your door. They should have a badge.
Here, let me go ahead and have it.
Something like that.
We'll see if they can get a shot of that. Go ahead. And so they'll have that on their body.
They'll have that badge on their body, and they should be carrying a bag, something like this. And that's what they'll have their forms and stuff in. And if you ask them, they will give you a phone number to call to verify that they are who they say they are.
Okay. So multiple points of making sure they are who they are. Now, I want to ask you about something you said, that some places are doing better than others.
Well, for instance, Stillwater and Ponca City had put on really strong efforts to try to get everybody to fill out and mail in. Both of those were well over 70% mail back response. So it makes our job easier in the field for the door-to-door. In some areas, we only had like 50% mail back response. So we've got a lot of work to do there.
Yeah. And if anyone doubts the importance of filling this out, tell us why it should be done.
First thing is it's representation in the Congress. In 2000, we lost a representative to Congress because we were about somewhere in the neighborhood of $50,000 to $100,000 short of having enough people counted for the sixth representative. That's maybe 2% of our total population short. So if we can get that number back up this time, we maybe get that sixth representative back. In addition to that, it means money to your community. There's $4 billion a year that gets spread around the states, which there's $400 billion a year gets spread around the states, and we get about $4 billion of that a year available to us. That's about $1,000 for every man, woman, and child in the state of Oklahoma that's available to the counties and the cities for grants for such things as Meals on Wheels, paving roads in the rural community, EMTs, and opposite to that would be if 40 people don't sign it, that's $40,000 a year they lose the next 10 years.
Could be someone's job.
Right, it could be someone's job. It could be a new fire truck or a brush fighter vehicle, which it's been used for. Grants have been used for a lot of that in the past.
Certainly. How much longer will the door-to-door part of the census carry on?
Until we're done.
Okay.
That basically is about, I'm guessing about 4 more weeks for us.
Okay.
We'll get those 140,000 in about 6 weeks.
All right. Well, good luck with it, and I know it's certainly important. Thank you, Brett. Brett Schriever with the Enid Census Bureau Office. Now, if you'd like to see some of the efforts one small western Oklahoma town has undertaken to bring folks back home, just head to okhorizon.com, where we have a web-only feature on the town of Mangum.